Well, it might not be enough to solve the drought problems here in the Golden State, but it sure is coming down pretty good here in Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Oakland Raiders. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Yellow lady. Mike 58, right there. Go. Go. Check 99. Check 99.
On first down, Breeze. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Check, check. First down, first down, first down.
Shotgun now for Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
First down.
Ready.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Just like that. Check, check, check.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Right, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Undercrush.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Here's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They go back to Murray on first down. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Now Breeze. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Cleveland Farrell in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. This one from 35 yards away. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
White Monday down. 56, right there, 56. It's our field. It's our field.
Throwing now is Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Down. Blue 80. 98 to Mike. Tackles. Watch twist. Hey, 734.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Now, 180. 98 to Mike. Watch the screen. Pass. Check. White Monday.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's brought in by Dodson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Monday, down. You wide at 8. Coming this way. Raider 2. Here we go. Bang, 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 bang.
Carr now on first down. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. 80 weapon.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
We're good. Ready.
Breeze now to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pass it. 21.
Throwing now is Breeze. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Ready, 5'9". Me and you all day, all day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 58, boys, 58, 58. Spot. I got it. Spot.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Antonio Brown. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
David Onyemata there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Kill. White.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now, 180. 98 tonight. We own them. Jim. Purdue.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Here's Breeze to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The good pickup there, a 22.
First down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. To throw is Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. With it is Brown. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a three-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Slam, slam, slam. Express.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. The throw complete here to Williams. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now. 56. 180. 180. We're good. We're good. 185. 56. So we got man. 36. 36. We do it.
On first down, Carr. And that'll be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Carr will try it again on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
56, after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Play 56, Mike, 56. No gain on this defense, no gain.
Throwing again. Carr. His throw incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but now it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Night, sweetheart.
Carr to throw again. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. Thomas has got it. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Breeze. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's got this down to the 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down, New Orleans.
Breeze now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Breeze to throw again. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First down, Saints.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. Nothing is our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, we're good. 185. Hey, watch the ship. Hey, watch it. Ready to run.
Carr going to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ricky. Check.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
It's 3rd and 7.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
SOS.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's another Raiders first down. First down and goal to go.
They come out here in the eye. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. Check.
Here's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Opposite. Check 52.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Breeze now on first down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Breeze now, and brought in by the tight end Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Ready, 95, 56. 02, 02. Kill. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh, and 58 to Mike. Oh, 58 to
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Mike's 50. All day. Hey, Charlie. 50, Mike 50. We ain't giving him nothing.
Now, Breeze again. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who is open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We're good. Right, 85.
Shotgun now for Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib.
When we talk about Aqib Talib, technique is not the word that comes to mind, but don't worry about that. This guy anticipates as well as anyone in the league, and he did just that, picking off another pass.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
You got tape. You got tape. You got 64. Weak.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. They complete it to Hill. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Check 4. Check 4. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up. Easy. Opposite.
Throwing now is Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but now it's 3rd and goal.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now, do you put it in your quarterback's hands again? That's the question here on 3rd and goal.
Double up. He's coming. Double up. Hey, easy. Check it out, Reed.
They'll run it with Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the right hash and a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So after 2 unsuccessful attempts, this time he's able to find the range, and he gets his guys the lead.
And we wondered whether those 2 misses would come back to haunt him. They still might, but at least he's able to get some sort of redemption and get his guys back in front.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. This is Dodson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Carr now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Chance. Raider 9.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he rifles one incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Covered by Jason McCourty.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10.
Check 49. Easy. Kill.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Check nickel.
From the gun, Carr looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Oakland. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 15-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Switch.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And Thomas has it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hey, Alpha.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check it back.
Murray. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5.
Back. Shift.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Whoa. Check safety.
Breeze going to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take it.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Maurice Hurst. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Alert 3. Switch it.
Now Breeze. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check three.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Carlson now to add the extra point. The rain making this treacherous, but the extra point is good, and with it, it'll give them the lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. A nice little juke. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Saints on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 17.
Sammy!
Here's Breeze to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Now Brown. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Rush in.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Tighten up.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Credit the tackle there to xJonny2134x's. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Carr over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The kick by Carlson is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. They can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was the free safety, LaMarcus Joyner, that time, able to make the play. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check, check. First down. You're good, you're good. High forward, ready.
Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
To throw is Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Back to throw. Carr. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
By 56, by 56.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Showing up. Showing up. Raider 2. 56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Check 13. Check 13. Quiet down. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Here we go.
Carr to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 24. Check 24. Check. Who's right feet?
Now Carr. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to tie things up in the final minute. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Saints go over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Breeze to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, That's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football. So glad that we got to be here to watch this one. Lutz with the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Carr. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Jordan in there for a milestone sack. Is that move?